This fly is a killer. It's called the Diawl Bach. Is that what it's called? Diawl Bach? Diawl Bach? Diawl Bach? I don't know how to pronounce this fly, but it's a killer for Stillwater.
Dude, that's a big brown, bro!
The trusty old Diawl Bach. This fly I've caught a ton of fish with on Stillwaters. It's really, really simple. And this new hook from Fulling Mill, well, it's been around for quite a while now, but it's a competition heavyweight hook, 3x strong. What it doesn't say on the package is it's got a gnarly hook point. It's barbless, but man, that thing penetrates fish. I've really liked this hook, so we're using it to tie the Diawl Bach. Anyway, we're starting out by using just like a fluorescent orange or fluorescent red. This is actually a fluorescent red thread. The tail is just going to be some hackle fibers. So what I'm going to do first of all is just dress my hook down to where the tail's tied in and just pluck off a few fibers. You can use brown, you can use Coachman brown, but usually like a brownish tail for this one. And I'll tie those in and wrap that forward. Alright, so once I have that tied in, I'm going to use peacock for the body. So you can see right here, I've pulled a few of those peacock feathers out because that's where you want to pull the fibers for the body on this fly. If you use the peacock from further down on the eye, it creates too big of a body. So I'm going to use the thin stuff up in the eye. And I think I've got 3 of those. I lied. I have 6 total. They're just the short fibered peacock. And I'm tying those in by the tips. So if there is any taper, it tapers from small to big. Okay. Now this is also a very cool product that we have in. It is the Saibai. Is that how we're pronouncing this, Curtis?
Who knows?
Saibai. Boy. Thick boy. That's what we're going to call it. Saibai. This is large and it's flat. So this is a cool wire. It's a super durable product, and when you get it on a fly, it looks like tinsel. But guess what? It's not. It's more durable. So we'll take some of that red, we'll tie that bad boy in for future wrapping purposes. Now the key here, you can see where I started wrapping that wire in. I want to leave plenty of room up at the head because we have to tie the dreaded beard on this fly. If you've ever tied wet flies or classic flies, tying a beard on one of those is a huge pain in the butt. So we're going to leave enough room to tie the beard in. Alright, peacock hack. If you need to tie peacock on the body, pre-glue. Peacock is a fickle beast and it will break your heart at a moment's notice. Alright, so I'm going to take that peacock and I'll just wrap that forward. And it doesn't have to be anything super fancy. I bet if I took time and lined up those peacock fibers, it would look nice and clean and small. But guess what? I'm going to counter rib it. So I will tie that down, and then I'm going to take the wire and I'll counter rib the peacock. So let me get back to the start of my head. I'll just catch that with my thread, make 3 or 4 decent sized turns, and then I'm going to take the wire and just bend it against where it came from and just kind of bend it back and forth. And because it's flat, no helicopter needed. You can just do like a ground rescue mission. You don't have to call in the chopper. Alright, so there you go. Body, tail. Now all you need to complete this is a beard, so I'll just take some more of the same hackle fibers that I used for the tail, and I usually like to grab about double as many of those hackle fibers for the beard. And I'll turn the fly upside down, and I'm going to run those roughly to the end of the body, because when they angle down they'll hit almost the hook point there. And I'll pinch that with my left hand. Wait, first of all, you got to make sure that your thread is right at the start of that head, because if not, you're going to tie in right behind the eye, and then you get little fibers hanging out in the eye. So I'll just grab that and pinch that in place and pull down. Voila, we have a beard. So once the beard is in place, this is another reason why you got to have really fine point scissors. So the Dr. Slick razor scissors, I think, are among the finest points that you can buy in the whole galaxy. In fact, Elon Musk was in Mars and he couldn't find any there. So this is what you need. Dr. Slick razor scissors. They're only 30 bucks too. Alright, so I'm going to pull those back. I'm going to sneak those little points in there. Boom. See how tight that cut that off? And now I can just bring my thread here, and as I build up the little head, it'll cover up those little hackle nubs. And if I take my thread and unwind it like a proper gentleman, I will be able to create a nice flat, smoothish head that shall be whip finished. Just 3 times. Alright, now if you wanted to make this a presentation fly, you'd use resin and make that look like a little bulb. But I'm just going to use a little bit of Trout Hunter head cement with my CNF head cement distribution tool. Dude, I'm talking like an influencer right now, you know. Brought to you by Mountain Dew Major Melon, patent pending. Alright, so that's it. That is the Diawl Bach. Tie this fly in a bunch of different variations. The things that are standards on this fly are the tail and the beard and the body. Other than that, you can mix up colors and variations and just knock yourself out.